Hey guys, Carrie here. So today I'm going to show you how you can completely skip the fire giant boss fight, and actually any boss fight or area before the fire giant. You can skip the Altus Plateau, all of the story bosses up until fire giant. This is a completely game-breaking glitch, and if you follow exactly what I do, then I will show you how you can do it as well. So just to show you guys, that's as far as I've made it on this current character. I have not started or initiated the boss fight for the fire giant. As you can see, that's the arena. It has not been activated, and I do not have the Site of Grace yet at the forge, which is mandatory in order to move on to Azula, which is the island over here. So I've done none of that yet. So what you need for this glitch is you need to go to the foot of the 4 belfries, which is just right here. And once you reach this spot, you just kind of go up the path this way towards the right and loop back up, and you'll be at the 4 belfries Site of Grace, which is right up here. When you're up here at the podium closest to the Site of Grace, there is a chest. And you're just going to pop that open and collect the imbued sword key. And you can interact with any of these statues up here with it. It's a single-use item. There is more than one, but you get one right here at the Site of Grace, so I'd recommend using that one. And you come down to the first one, right when you're riding up the hill here. That's the path you would take. So this is the very first one that you can activate for the waygate. The message here reads Crumbling Lands, just so you know you're on the right one. So go ahead and use the imbued stone key here and teleport on the waygate. Alright, so this is how you reach the Crumbling Farum Azula. As you can see though, we are an islander way over here off to the side. Where we want to be is, in the heart of the area, which is way over there. So I'm going to show you exactly how we get over there from over here. It's going to take some time, but if you do what I do, you should be able to get it pretty quick. So you need to go to the round table. You need to warp to there from here. And then while you're on the loading screen for the warp, you're going to hard close the game by closing the application. So I'll show you on PS5 how fast my load screen is. Like, that was it. I have like a second. So it's in between these 2 white arrows that I've marked. That's when you want to be quitting out. It'll do a little bit of a jump here to the arrow on the right, and that's when you want to quit out. So we'll take a closer look at that. Those are your markers. It's going to be very hard to do if you're on next-gen hardware like the new Xboxes or the PS5. Your load times, they're going to be super fast. So you got to kind of find the sweet spot somewhere in between those 2 arrows. If you are on PS5, it's closest to the right arrow. Right when it hits that spot, that's when you need to be quitting out. It's basically you hit OK to warp to the round table, and then you almost immediately close the application. So you just got to memorize those button clicks. It's like hitting PlayStation button, selecting the game, and then closing the application. I would recommend maybe making a cloud save just in case, but I have yet to ever have my data corrupted from this. So anyways, if you do the load and you quit out too late, you will load back in at the round table when you load the game. And if you quit out way too early, you'll be back where you started at Crumbling Farum Azula on the island. So now I'm going to show you doing it correctly. So I'm on the island. I'm going to zip over here to the round table, Grace, and when I warp out here, I'm going to pull up the menu for OK. And then I'm going to sit there and just kind of mentally prepare to click the buttons that I need to. And there we go. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that I closed out at the right time. It should have been right when the bar jumped. And then when I load back into the game, I'm going to get slapped with this little message about quitting out and how I probably shouldn't do that. But to anyone who's rage quit, that is a menu you're used to seeing. So anyways, go ahead and just continue your game. And I guess I should have zoomed in there for a second, but as you could see there on that screen briefly, I was on the current patch of this game as of the posting of this video. But there you have it. I'm now at Crumbling Azula using a wrong warp glitch. And I still have not activated the Forge Site of Grace at the Fire Giant, or done that fight at all. So I'll pull up a screenshot here of another character of mine just to show how little you actually need to do in the go in the game in order to do this. As you can see, I'm way over there on the far right side of the screen at Azula, and I've only gone through Stormveil Castle, a couple Sites of Grace, through the lakes, and then I went straight to the belfries. This is great if you need to go all the way to Azula to get some high level items or spells, and then you can come back and continue your game, because doing this does not actually mess around with any of the quests. Your tree, your Erd tree will still be golden, it will not be burnt. So yeah, it's really nice. And when you do get here, just make sure you run very cautiously to the first Site of Grace. If you die on this run, you have to redo the glitch until you get a Site of Grace here. So I throw this little bubble on just to help, but typically if you run on the left side of all these enemies and you just hold a hard sprint by them all, they should let you get by them. But yeah, once you activate the Grace, you are in the clear. I'm going to jump over here to Limgrave, and I'll just show you what my tree looks like quickly, just so you can see that. So there's my tree, golden, looks amazing. And if I pull up my map, I am currently still have not beat the Fire Giant, and I have my Site of Grace that I can go to in Crumbling Azula, so it won't mess around with any of the NPC quests or anything. I hope this glitch is helpful for someone. Let me know on PC perhaps if you can get this working. I know it works on PlayStation and Xbox. It's just all about timing. Let me know in the comments if you need help, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks guys. See ya.